I've been trying to make videos, but every time that I try, I get stuck in these mind loops and mind spirals that prevent me from saying anything at all. Or someone will come in and interrupt the video, or something will happen. So it feels like I'm not really meant to make videos right now. I'm not meant to speak. I'm more meant to listen and to make space to truly connect to nature when I'm in it, rather than try to go. But things are coming through right now, so I'm going to allow them to come through. Which is to say that I've felt stuck in the rat race lately. And in survival mode, and in fight or flight and forcefulness. I have financial debts that I'm playing catch up with, and many of you may know that that is a loop and a spiral and a hamster wheel that very quickly can become perpetual and ceaseless. So that I've been witnessing the parts of me in the rat race, or in the places that feel like the rat race, that are in resonance with a scrounging rat. A rat which feeds upon the bones of reality, which scurries around in search of scraps rather than the true abundance that is all around. And I've been witnessing these parts of myself to such depths. First off, in the telescopic lens of survival mode, which really distorts reality and takes the infinitude of reality and the vastness and the beauty and just kind of ignores it all and says food, survival, shelter, bills, survival, fear, insecurity. And I've been witnessing both my mind and my entire way of going about my reality kind of oscillating into and out of being stuck in this lens, and then like, okay, hold on, I must take space, I must breathe, I must be in my creative purpose, and then, oh, but there's still all these things that I need to take care of. So, witnessing the scripts in my mind, the energetic structures of survival that create those scripts and stories. Oh, I'm not going to have enough. Oh, I need to force this. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Worst case scenario, worst case scenario. Like these kinds of things. And because I've been in this telescopic focus on survival, in a lot of ways, even my purposeful activities, such as my writing, which I've been going into on my days off, I feel like I've been weaving some of that survival mode energy into the way that I go about my writing. Why do I say this? I say this because I've been speaking of the rat race and the hamster wheel. And my typewriter, as beautiful and magnificent as it is that I get to write poems for a living and make money off of that, from that, and that is how I feed myself and sustain myself currently, It has become clear as I'm running on the hamster wheel, sometimes getting stuck in traffic, going from market, to event, to sidewalk, to this place, to that place, just to make ends meet. That the typewriter itself and the small poems and poeticizations of my essence, which come from it, which are beautiful and abundant in their own ways and magical, they are nevertheless, in their current form, not enough for me to step off the hamster wheel. It's like I'm taking my gift from God, the gift of my writing, the gift of my voice, and because of my fears, patterns, and stuckness in survival mode, I'm confining the full infinitude and soulful amplification of my writing and my voice and my essence to these little pieces of paper that go and do their little medicine. But I'm not, for example, writing a book, and I'm not consistently posting on YouTube with proclamations and declarations of reorientation of reality as I know my language to be able of doing, of getting into the flow, of letting reality flow from my lips through my breath into its own ascension. I have been descending into survivalism, into fight or flight, into fear. And that has been confining the essence of my poetry, of my word, of my breath, of my logos. Why was I saying this? My tolerance for the rat race and for the places within me where I feel, as the angelic human being that I am, as the child of God that I am, where I still feel in resonance with a scrounging rat, gnawing at the bones of reality, I cannot tolerate these things. Now, this is a little bit of what my mind has been doing. It's like I can't get anywhere because I'm like, oh, I have to add this detail. I understand that as human beings, we live in these animal bodies, and thus we have certain animalistic impulses, animal drives, passions, eros, pain, and even fallenness that are constituent parts of our shadow, which constitutes the cross that we have to bear as human beings. The point is, the ways in which I have been confining my writing, confining my poetry, confining my logos, confining my soul essence out of fear, out of survival, out of fight or flight, is no longer something that I can tolerate for myself, is no longer something that I can hold on to, because it keeps me stuck on the rat race hamster wheel of capitalism. And I refuse to stay stuck in those patterns and in those mechanistic spirals for the rest of my life. I'm going to have to find a way off and out. And so, two things emerge. The first one is, all right, that means that while I do the poetry, the typewriter poetry thing to sustain myself, my free time then has to go into curating, creating a new vision, a new intention, a new evolution of my writing. And I've been pouring a lot of energy into that. And my Substack, which is linked in the description below, it's astrotheosis.substack.com. That is a platform where I'm going to be pouring more writing out. And so I've been pouring more energy into this, like the poetry is this like small level of my writing, and I feel like God, through these challenges, Saturn even, which is not God, is confining my essence, and I'm like, no, I can't be confined. I will not be tamed. I will be wild and free. And so I am being asked and forced simultaneously to offer greater writing, more depth in writing, to really use my voice to get myself out of this. And now that ties into the second side of this, which is the energetic undercurrent of all the ways in which scrounging like a rat is something that I've done my entire life. Where survival and finding security in places that are not actually secure, in places that are addictive, in places that are poisonous, and then perpetuating avoidance patterns. All of these things, all of these energetic patterns and structures, I need to go into my body and weed out, root out in a way that is felt. Today I did a 1 hour long meditation wherein I really went into the imbalances that are somatically still tense within my body and working through all of that. But speaking of the word, it's about going into those places. It's about going into those energetic places of tension, energetic scripts of reality, and then rewriting the script, and then using my voice, using your voice, in your case, to affirm what you want rather than focus upon what you do not want. Affirm love rather than negate by way of fear and things like that. And the power of the word and of breath to truly restructure the quantum structure of reality. It's getting dark, so I'm going to bring this to a close, even though I just found my flow. The survival mode and the rat race and their incompatibility with certain aspects of my being and their compatibility with certain other aspects of my being are teachers right now, guiding me to release and let go. We have the sun, the moon, and I believe Mercury in Cancer right now. Cancer is the great mother. It is also the crab whose shells protect the flesh which is sacred. But it is also the area of the protective shells of your trauma and your fears. And so going into the sacred depths, the sacred waters of our emotions, and speaking sweetness to them, speaking mothering to them. And I spoke in my last video, I believe it was my last, of speaking beauty to your heart. Where was I going with this? The point is that I am being asked to amplify my voice and to witness the ways in which I suppress my voice. Simultaneously, I'm dealing with all kinds of other fears ever since the men's gathering. Like, deep fears have been triggered, which in the past have been my paralysis. And here I'm like, okay, I'm kind of forcing my way through here. But it seems that voice and logos and breath and prayerful reorientation to God is my only way out. It's the only way out of the rat race. It's the only way out of rat mode and animality itself towards the transcendence of the Word and of God. Christ is the Son of the Father who is transcendent in heaven. Yeah, more thoughts on all that. But I can sense my mind wanting to stay stuck up here. So, I don't even know if this plane has landed. To land it, I will say I'm spending less of my free time focusing on YouTube videos and more of my free time writing for my Substack, because I find that my voice finds more safety, more soulful expression and aliveness, more freedom and more amplification in the art of writing than in the art of speaking. This serves its purpose, and I will find and pray and visualize and intend and intentionalize a direction for this channel. But I've been putting a lot more energy into the writing, and I'm going to be posting more on Substack. I have been posting more on Substack. And I feel like that is where the true medicine of my word, of my logos, of my breath can really find its way. And I visualize and intentionalize a way out of the rat race. It's like I can feel it. It's there. And I just have to make it happen. It's dark. I don't know if I've said anything worthwhile. At the very least, I've updated the people who care as to where I'm at with this YouTube channel. Go to my Substack in the description and you will get my emails, my prose, my writing directly sent to your inbox when I send it out weekly or whatever it may be. Yeah, my word is far more refined there. Here I come and I make these videos and I just let it flow. There I craft it. I do just let it flow, but then I refine it, I craft it, I edit it a little bit, more or less. So do that. astrotheosis.substack.com. We're going to leave it at that, and may you be blessed, may you be loved, and may you be free. Thank you.